Everybody, this is Paul from the Binary Advantage, and we're waiting for the binary brainwave signals to be announced here. We're right at 10:49. There it goes, 10:50, and we did get one recommendation here on the binary brainwave. Just to familiarize you with the binary brainwave, the signals are disseminated at 10 minutes of the hour. And we got one right here on New Zealand US dollar, we got one here on Aussie dollar, and we got one on pound dollar. And the rules for the binary brainwave say when you get a recommendation for a trade with their signals, they expire at 30 minutes after the hour. This is now 10 minutes of 11 New York time. Server time is 17:50. It ends at 18:30, which is 11:30 New York time. We are in a trade session now for the binary advantage, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I want to mark these and see if we're going to take these. Again, one of the filters or rules for the binary brainwave says that you don't take it in a trending market, you take it in a ranging market. You ignore their signals in a trending market. You take them in a ranging market. Now I could see that these are not really any trending markets here. This is a bit of a downtrend, but it's not an awful trend. This is ranging somewhat. It is a little bit of a downtrend. This is pretty rangy right here, although it's just taken a downtrend. So we're going to experiment with these and mark them and see if we're going to take them in real time real quick here. So since I have 4 of them to do, these signals again are disseminated at 10 minutes of the hour. They're good till 30 minutes after that hour. These signal advisories disappear on the hour. You can adjust that so they linger longer. Right now I have it set with the default, which means that this signal will go away. So I better mark them quick, which I'm going to do right now. This is going to take a few seconds. We'll be with you. And we'll discuss whether or not we're going to take them here in the trade room. This looks like it's a call in New Zealand US dollar. It's looking like it might shape up. And we also do then review our own trade charts and compare them with the minute trade charts and see how they make sense to us with our binary advantage type templates, which we'll talk about in a minute. I got a lot to set here, so I do at least want to mark them, and then we'll decide who we want to take, which trades we want to take to validate them. Trades that we take with the binary brainwave do count towards our percentage of percentage of success. Ones that we only chart do not count towards that particular figure of our trade success rate, which is over. Let me put it this way, it's over the high 70s. Over the high 70s. So I think I have all of these marked now. Let's discuss. This is definitely a ranging market, but I just took a dive here right before the trade was called on the pound dollar. On Aussie dollar, again it's calling for a call. That's why this should be green. Let me change these colors to the right direction. This is a call also. Quickly do this. Trade lasts for half an hour, but we like to get them in before the hour. We watch them a little bit. We discuss them and see what we're going to do. This is what is this one? Still a call. We have a call here. We have a call here. They're all calls. They're all calls. Gosh. This is where the trend ends, 1830. Or should that be 1730? No. Let's make this green, red, green for a call, and then we can discuss them. So which one of these, if any, do we want to take based on the filter that says don't take them in a trending market, take them in a ranging market? Well, I would say that the best looking one to me right now looks like this one, only because it's a ranging market. It just took a real dive and it's continuing to go down, so we will watch this a little bit. But the Brainwave is calling for a buy signal here. On Aussie dollar, it's looking for a call. They're all looking for calls. This looks like from the time we charted it took a bit of a dive, but it looks like it's recovering. On Euro US dollar, it's looking for a call, but it's not moving much here. On New Zealand US, it's moving up somewhat. So this one, that might be the first one to take. New Zealand dollar. And we will do that in a second, I think. Yeah. Now we're using CT option. That's our preferred broker. The MetaTrader figures here, this market price is exactly the same as the price you see here. And New Zealand US is right here. We're looking for a put to end on the half hour, or rather a call to end on the half hour. So we will put this to the half hour, which is 18:30 server time. The call is here. And there we have it. We're in with a valid trade. We will watch this one. And we will see if we're going to take any others. Okay, for now I'm going to minimize that. So we are into this trade here. I think what I will do is mark that with an end of the trade indicator. Right at 18:30, which means we're in the trade. Now, do we want to take this trade? That's the next one. Look, Euro US dollar. I don't think so. I mean, it could. It's been looking for a call since we marked it, and it's got a downtrend. So I think we're going to leave Euro US dollar alone for now. We are going to, let's just consult the binary advantage charts. Euro US dollar is due for a bounce back, so maybe it is a good trade. We see a run down here. It's going to bounce off the bottom. It's exited the bottom Bollinger Band a couple of 3 times here. We say it's going to come back in when it does that. We'll discuss our trade rules for the binary advantage type trades in a minute. And maybe that will shape up, but let's just watch a little longer. Aussie dollar, should we take this trade? It's been a ranging market. Since we marked the trade, it's gone down somewhat. Will it pull back in? We don't know. That's why we analyze them. And pound dollar, since we marked the trade, it's gone down some. That probably, you'll see something similar on pound dollar on our binary advantage charts over here. Let's look at pound dollar. Probably about the same look as the Euro US dollar. Indeed it is. Not such an indication that it's going to recover here. Not so much an indication. In other words, according to our trade rules, it did not. It pierced here, the bottom Bollinger Band. We say it's going to recover and turn back in. It hasn't done so yet. Like Euro US dollar is not done so yet, so we'll watch these. I think the only trade we're going to take out of the 4 that we've charted, we're only in one. We're only in this one, New Zealand, and I think we'll leave it that way. We will see the results at the half hour, of course, and while we're waiting for those to mature. So the one with the end of trade indicator here, this bar, is the only one that we're in. These other ones, these other 3, we did not take, but we charted. Okay. So again, if all 4 of these come in, we're only going to count 1 towards our result because we took it with our broker. These other ones are only charted; they don't figure into our result. This will, because we took it as a trade. So let's see, while we're at it, can we take a trade off of our normal charts that we use in our trade session, which by the way is underway now. We do use Join Me. Let me get rid of that so it's out of the way. I don't know if you could see it or not, but the Join Me button bar was up there. We're watching Euro US dollar to see if it will turn around. And it looks like it might be. Now this is not a terrific run down. This is not a terrific run up. So I'm not sure if we'll get a trade out of this. Our trade rules say it has to be a nice looking trade run down. It has to be a nice looking recovery. We have a bit of a doji here, or a spinning top. We have a green candle trying to cross. We have this candle forming red. If this forms green at the end of it, it's got 50 seconds to go. If it's green, we could entertain a call. So at this point, we have about 27 minutes left in the trade. For the ones that we did take, the only one we did take is the New Zealand dollar on the binary brainwave advice. As you see, the signals have gone away. They've disappeared from the screen, and like I say, that's the default, where the system will remove the advice of these signals off of the screen. You can change that. We've added a couple of things onto the binary brainwave here. We've added the market price here, market price indicator. And you can move this around when it gets cluttered up like this. You can move it around. Anyhow, we're waiting for this trade to come to fruition, and we were also looking for a trade over here with our binary advantage type signals that I call a trade for based on our trade rules, and it really, this did look like it shaped up somewhat. We didn't, and we wouldn't take it for two reasons. This candle here, bit of an indecisive candle here. We want a green candle moving up after it pierces. We did get it here. We got a lousy little candle here, and we wait for the second candle after it crosses the 3-period moving average, of which is, as you can see, not too good. It was almost a doji, and we would not take the trade, although it looks like it. Well, you see it may be flattening out here for that very thing. We like to see good sine wave activity. Good up to, here's a good validation of our trade rules right here. A nice move up, exited the Bollinger Band, returned red, crossed red, nice candle, would have taken a trade right here for a 2-minute put, would have been a winner. The first thing we look at is the trend is our friend, and in this case it's a ranging market except a little slight downtrend, so we'd be looking for puts more than calls. Anyway, let's move on and see if we can find any other type trades. Here's a US Swiss that did not return nicely, so we probably wouldn't have taken it. US Canadian exited decently on a wick, recovered. We probably wouldn't have taken it because we don't cross the 3-period moving on a green. We cross the 3-period moving on a red, so we would not have taken that trade. And I know I'm giving you a lot of reasons why we're not taking trades, and that's the very reason why we're at over 70, the high 70 percentile in our success rate. This is a nice setup here. Fairly decent run up. Re-entered red. Did exit here. Cross the 3-period moving average on a red candle, would have been a successful 2-minute and 5-minute trade. Hindsight is 20/20. I'm just giving you validations of our trade rules at this point. We're looking for a trade. So I'm flashing through the ballpark here to see what else we have. Being in the middle of the channel, not for us. And then we get to the yen sisters. You know how I feel about the yen sisters. Volatility is not a bad word. Unpredictable volatility is a bad word. Predictable volatility is not a bad word. And with the yen sisters, they can be sometimes unpredictable. Euro yen, nothing for us there. Flat. Aussie yen, downtrend. Nothing for us to trade there until it bounces back. US yen, decent run up. Decent run up, not a great one. Pierced here, re-entered here, downtrend here. Probably would not have taken it because of that doji there, spinning top or whatever you want to call it. But it did pan out, another doji indecision, but we would have probably not have taken that. And New Zealand US dollar, okay, is moving upwards. Now it's moving down again. This is the one that we placed with the Forex binary brainwave, rather. Nearly halfway through the trade, it's in the money, as indicated on our broker. These numbers will coincide exactly with these numbers. 6875, so that's 6878, 6875, 76 going up, okay? Because CT option uses the MT4 feed and uses the Panda platform, not a spot option or any kind of a vanilla plain white labeled platform. It's their own platform or their own exclusive platform. Panda is a platform that's out there and they use it instead of spot option. And I think it's much better. The good part about it for us is that the MT4 figures, what we see on our chart is what we get here, which is pretty important to us. So this trade is working out fairly decently, although it has some time to go yet, more than, looks like about 18 minutes. So with that, and because we're not finding anything over here to trade on our binary advantage charts, nothing that's really given us a clear signal. Now this might continue to exit here, or when it does turn around it could have a play on US Swiss. And by the way, Euro US dollar and US Swiss are inversely correlating pairs, which means US dollar, Euro US dollar is now on an uptrend on green candles. US Swiss is now on a downtrend with red candles. The last candle here formed was a red candle. The last candle here formed is a green candle. Inversely correlating pair. Well illustrated here. It's uncanny. US Canadian looks like it might be turning around here. The trend is our friend. We have had some sine wave activity. We could take a call here if it shapes up. Let's take a look at Euro Pound. Nothing for us really there that I like. Not a great run up. Not a good big field of play here. Pound dollar. Nothing for us there. Aussie dollar in the middle of the channel. And don't forget, this is a live trading session with our membership. So we have people on board with us trading, looking for me to call a trade. We don't see anything. This could bounce down here and turn around a little bit, but the trend is our friend, so we may be looking for calls instead of puts here. I mean puts instead of calls as a slight downtrend. And then we get to the Euro Yen. The Yen sisters, you know how I feel about them. They got to be really strong signals for us to take a trade with them, and they're not. This is a pretty good downtrend here. What? Good gravy. What's that moving around for? This could be turning around, and the other one we have that could be turning around, we'll go revisit. And this is New Zealand, still on an uptrend. That's good for our Brainwave trade. So what was the other one? The other one was pound dollar. What was it? Yeah, it was pound yen actually. Euro yen is quite similar. Aussie yen is looking for a turnaround as well. US yen. So these are all the yen sisters are looking for turnarounds here. And they're not happening right away. I think what we'll do is check this again. When this gets a little closer to ending, it's right about in the middle of the trade now. When this gets a little closer to ending, we will open it up to a minute chart and watch it end, and hopefully in the money. So that being said, I believe I will pause the video here, so because we're not getting any trades on the in the trade room. We will let the market settle a little bit, and then we'll be back to check our binary brainwave trade. We'll be back shortly. Okay, welcome back. We have about 2.5 minutes to go before these trades come to fruition. The one we did take was New Zealand US dollar. It looks like it's slightly in the money on our chart here. Okay, we have about a minute to go, 1.5, 2 minutes to go in our trade. We're back from our pause. We can see that it's in the money here. It was the New Zealand dollar. I should open this up to a minute here. Let's do that. Watch the end of the trade. This is where we took the trade. This is where it ends. And we do have it with our broker here, CT option, to validate the trade. And looks like, barring any unforeseen spikes, it will be a winner. So that's what we did. We took the one trade that looked the best to us. We had 4 trades indicated at the onset of 10 minutes of the hour. We had Euro US dollar, Aussie dollar, Pound dollar, and New Zealand dollar. The only one that looked the best to us was New Zealand dollar. We took it. It's about to end in the money. These other ones look like, well, this one is a loser. We did not take the Aussie dollar trade. We did not take the Pound dollar trade. We did not take the Euro dollar trade. We did take this one. New Zealand is going to close in the money. Euro US dollar looks like it's slightly in the money. Aussie dollar is out of the money, and Pound dollar is well in the money. So 2 and 2 I think we got here. And the one we did take does go towards our trade average, our trade success rate of the high 70s, over the high 70% range. So we have a winner here. Just ended. Yep, just ended. And to wrap it up, I'll say that we use these robots, advisors, bots, whatever you want to call them, to add to our repertoire, to add to our quiver of arrows, to add to our tools that we use to make winning trades. We are still testing the binary brainwave, and we applied it did look like a ranging market earlier on this. That's why we took it. These other ones looked a little more trendy, although out of the other 3, 2 of them were in the money, 1 of them was out of the money. So that's the binary brainwave report for now. Please feel free to join us on our trade sessions every day that commence at 9:30 a.m. New York time. You can go to our website here at thebinaryadvantage.blogspot.com, and you will see on the home page the link to join us on a trial basis right here. Turns blue when you hover over it. Join us any morning, 9:30 a.m. each trading day, and you'll join our live trading webinar. And I thank you for listening. Happy trading.